Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be doing a how-to video on contour, bake, blush, highlight, the whole shebang. So if you are interested on that, please just keep on watching. So we're just going to jump right in. I have prepped my skin for all this makeup, and so I have moisturized, primed, and have on a medium to full coverage foundation on. And so my next step, and I'm going to jump right in, I'm going to go in with concealer. And today I'm going in with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. And this is in the shade Light Neutral. You want to focus this product on the high points of your face or the parts of your face that you want to brighten. So I'm going to start on under my eyes. I do have kind of dull eyes, so I want to brighten that up. So I'm going to go down the side of my nose, right under my eye, and then kind of fill in that triangle shape, like so. I'm going to do the same over here. And then I'm going to do a cross on my chin, go up the bridge of my nose, and then do a cross on my forehead. So now I'm going to be blending this out with a damped beauty sponge. This is the Real Technique sponge. It is a good dupe for the beauty blenders. These are just as good, and they are a lot easier on your wallet. How I'm going to be blending this product out is by softly dabbing the sponge onto my skin. And this is actually pressing the product into my skin, which will help make it last longer, instead of just dragging it around my face with a brush. So now that we have all of our cream and liquid products on our face, we need to set them with a powder just to ensure that they stay there throughout the day. And so today I'm going in with my RCMA No Color Translucent Powder. Unfortunately, you cannot find this at a drugstore, but it is a good drugstore price powder. You can go on RCMA's website and find it there for about $12. I highly recommend this product for dry skin. It is a good powder to put on your skin without over drying it out. If you do have oily skin, I would really recommend the Laura Mercier translucent powder or the Kat Von D Lock-It setting powder. Those are really good ones for more oily skin. So now back into setting, I'm going to go in with that damp beauty sponge again, and the RCMA No Color Translucent Powder. I put it in a different packaging because it's just easier to use out of this old compact that I have. And I'm just going to be gently dabbing a little bit of this onto my beauty sponge. And I'm going to be placing this powder on the areas where I put my concealer. So I'm going to do my chin, and I'm just lightly dabbing this all over my face. Make sure you are dabbing, not wiping, because it'll help press everything together and your makeup will just all melt together to ensure that it's there all day long. I'm going to go in under my eyes because I do have fine lines under my eyes, so I do not want that to crease at all. So this will help with that. I'm going to go on the bridge of my nose and the center of my forehead. For other options, if you do not want to go in with a translucent powder, you can go in with a pressed powder foundation. This is the L'Oreal True Match, and they have a great shade range if you want to try that out. And you can go about a shade or two lighter than your normal foundation color and your skin color, just to set those areas. It'll help brighten it up. So now that we have a nice blank canvas and everything is on and set to go, we are actually going to get into the baking or the cooking process. So we are going to go back in with the damp beauty sponge and back in with our translucent powder. You do need translucent powder to do baking, or the baking method. So again, this is why I am recommending some good ones for you guys if you do want to do baking. Baking areas of the face can be very different for a lot of people. You want to make sure that you are baking areas of your face that tend to leave or break apart throughout the day, just to ensure that they are staying there, and I will explain why. I'm going to go back in with the damp beauty sponge and pick up quite a lot of translucent powder, and I'm going to go directly on my skin and just stamp it out. So the areas of my face that tend to break apart are my chin, and you just want it to be thick as possible. You're going to look a little crazy, but I'll explain why and it'll all make sense. I'm going to go in under my eyes. And then right in between my eyebrows. So now that I have the translucent stamped onto my face, I'm going to let it sit there for about 10 minutes. So when you are adding a lot of translucent powder to the skin, that area of the face basically can't breathe. And so what happens is your body heat, which is usually around 98.5 degrees, will come through and it gets trapped in between the translucent powder and your skin, and it actually bakes or cooks, and that's why it's called that, the makeup and the concealer and the foundation and stuff like that, and it is actually making it bulletproof. So this will really help ensure that your makeup stays all day long. So I'm going to let that sit on there for about 10 more minutes, and I will get back to you guys when it is time to brush it away.
A few moments later.
So it has been 10 minutes and I'm ready to wipe this bakage away. So I'm going in just with a big fluffy powder brush to wipe this away and just blend it all out. So now I'm going to start adding some more dimension to my face. So I'm going to start in with my bronzer. And today I'm going in with the Rimmel Natural bronzer. This is like $4 at the drugstore, and I haven't found anything comparison to it. And I'm going in with a big tapered brush. And this is from Real Techniques. Again, a very affordable option for you guys. And I'm going to lightly be swirling this around and putting it on the perimeters of my face. This is just going to bring some more dimension into my face and some more color and more of that sun-kissed glow that you want. So I'm going to do the top of my forehead. And you want to make sure that your bronzer color is about 2, not over 3 shades darker than your normal foundation color. In your skin, you just want to give it that light sun-kissed glow. You're not quite going in for a structured contour yet. So just make sure you are doing your cheeks and the top of your forehead. You really don't want to do the center of your face quite yet. Now there are about 20 million different ways to go about contouring. Find what works good for you, play with some products, play with some different techniques and styles and stuff like that. Again, you do not have to do exactly what I'm doing. This is just what I have found that works good for my face and the products that works good for me. For my perfect shade, I have found the Benefit Hoola Bronzer is a great contouring shade. For me, this is not too cool toned and it's not too warm toned, so that means there's not a lot of gray in it and there's not a lot of red in it, so it's a really good neutral color, which I think is fitting for a lot of different skin ranges. If you want to give this one a try, I highly recommend it. And today I'm going in with a Egos Tool brush, and it is like this. I like that it is skinnier, so it'll give you a good line for your face, but then it is tapered more on the outer edges of the brush. So this will help blend everything out so it's not just a harsh line on your face. So start dabbing your brush into the product and tap off the excess. Make sure that you are going in with a very light hand and a very small amount of product to begin with, because you can always add a little bit more, add a little bit more, add a little bit more, but it's really hard to take away products once they're already on your face. So make sure that you are going in with a light hand to begin with, and you can always build from there. So to start my contouring, I'm going to be starting from the top of my ear and working my way to the corner of my mouth, but I'm going to be stopping about right under my eye. So I'm not actually going to bring the product all the way down to the corner of my mouth. I'm going to stop about 3/4 of the way. And I'm just going back and forth with the brush on my cheekbone line. And you can use the fish face. I use the fish face to just find where your natural cheekbone is, and so that is an easier reference to go off of. I'm going to do the same over here. I'm going to be doing the top of my forehead. And the last place I'm going to be doing is my jawline, right under my chin. This will create a nice shadow under your face to give a more structured jawline. Now I am going in with a little bit of a smaller brush, a lot of it, and going back in with the same product, and I'm going to be going on the side of my nose to slim it out. So now, remember when I said we're using about 2 to 3 shades lighter when we were highlighting and brightening up the face? Now that we are going about 2 to 3 shades darker for contouring, that means we are taking back. So we want to carve out the cheekbones, bring down the forehead, chisel out the jaw, slim out the nose, and stuff like that. So that is why those color schemes are what they are, and that is what you want to focus on when you are trying to achieve this look. So now we are all chiseled out. I'm going to move on to blush, and today I'm going to be starting with the brush. I think this is the most important part of any blush routine, and so I have found a really good brush, and why I like it so much is that it is angled. So it has the shorter bristles up on the front and then the longer bristles up at the top. It's a big fluffy brush. It's really soft. This will really help to create a nice flush look without being clown cheeks. Today I'm going in with my Wet n Wild blush. This is in the shade Mellow Wine, and these are fantastic. These are really good. Drugstore price, I think they're about $2 or $3, and I love them a lot. So again, just go in with a little bit of product, tap off the excess, and this part I smiled to find my natural apples of my cheek, and I'm going to be dabbing the product onto there, and this is why the angled brush comes into handy, because I'm going to be angling it up and start blending that product up on top of my contour, not directly on it, but just right on top above it. I'm going to be doing the same thing over here. Alright, and now we have made it to our last and final step, and that is highlighting, which I could make a whole video about in itself, but we are just kind of going to hit the basics and the fundamentals of it, and we are going to be diving into the highlighter of the day, which is Becca Champagne Pop. This is their collaboration they did with Jaclyn Hill, and it's one of my favorite highlighting shades. It is a champagne-y, peachy, golden tone. So it goes with a ton of skin tones. So I highly recommend this one as a starter out if you want to give this one a try. I love it. So I'm going in with my Morphe M510 brush. It is a big, fluffy, natural haired brush. And I'm going to be focusing this again on the high points of my face. So I'm going to start off with my chin. I'm going to be doing right on top of the blush, so right on the high points of my cheekbones. You can bring it down on the apples of your cheek if you would like. I would not recommend this technique if you do have bigger pores right here in this area, because that highlighting and the shine will emphasize those pores a lot more. But if you do not have this problem, it makes a really pretty dewy look for your face. I'm going to do the same over here, so on the high points of my cheekbones. I'm going to do the very bottom of my nose, the very tip. A little bit on my Cupid's bow. And then right in the center of my forehead, very, very lightly. I do not recommend this if you are oily, but I am not oily, so I do this. Alright, so now that my face has a ton of powdered products on it, I look very dry right now. So how I'm going to fix this is by using a setting spray. And today I'm going in with the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. A really good dupe for that one is the Milani Make It Last Setting Spray. You can find this at your local drugstore for about $10. But this is a really good one too. I highly, highly recommend this one. So I'm going to spray my face. And go back in with the beauty sponge and just press everything into my skin. And this will just melt all the products together. It gives that really flawless look. So now that this look is all complete, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment down below, share some love to your girl. Please let me know if you have any other videos in mind that you want me to do or that you guys want to see from me down in the comments below. And I will hopefully see you guys here soon. Bye.